Watch this video every day and change your life. I mean it. If you've ever wondered why life feels harder than it should be, why people sometimes surprise you in the worst ways, or why success seems to favor some and ignore others, this is for you. What you're about to hear isn't sugar-coated. It's not wrapped in feel-good cliches. These are the hard truths, the kind that, once you face them, will make you stronger, sharper, and impossible to break. And remember, this isn't about scaring you or making you cynical. It's about giving you the armor you need to walk through life with your head high, your heart strong, and your mind unshakable. So take a deep breath. Let's begin. Truth number 1. Nobody is real in this world except your mother. In this fast-moving, unpredictable world, loyalty is rare, but there's one person who, in most cases, will love you without a single condition. Your mother. She's the one who saw you at your weakest, held you when you didn't have the strength to hold yourself, and sacrificed pieces of her own life so you could have a chance at yours. But here's the thing. This truth is about more than just one person. It's about recognizing what unconditional love really is. Because out there, in the workplace, in friendships, even in romantic relationships, you will often find that loyalty has strings attached. People may like you because of what you can do for them, not because of who you are. When you understand that, you stop expecting everyone to treat you with the same devotion your mother did. You stop being shocked when fair-weather friends drift away, and you start valuing the people who stick around, not because they have to, but because they choose to. If your mother is still here, call her, text her, tell her you love her. If she's not, honor her by living with integrity, by being that rare person who can give without keeping score. The world will try to harden you, but love like hers should remind you that loyalty still exists, even if it's rare. Truth number 2, a poor person has no friends. This one hurts, and it should, because it's the kind of truth that reveals the difference between people who are real and people who are only there for the good times. When your pockets are full, you'll have company. Invitations will come in, people will laugh at your jokes, they'll make you feel like you're surrounded by friends. But when the money dries up, when life hits you with hardship, watch how fast the crowd thins. Here's the lesson. Don't measure your worth by the number of people around you when you're winning. Measure it by the people who stick by you when you're losing. Those people, the ones who show up when there's nothing to gain, are worth more than gold. But this truth isn't just about friendships. It's also about self-reliance. Because life is unpredictable. You might lose your job, you might hit a rough patch, and if you've built your sense of worth on the approval of people who only like you when you're on top, you'll crumble. So instead, focus on building strength that no one can take from you. Skills, discipline, patience, self-respect. These are your real assets. And when you meet people while you're building yourself, people who encourage you, who believe in your grind even when it's invisible, hold on to them. They are rare and they are real. Truth number 3, people do not like good thoughts. They like good looks. We live in a world obsessed with appearance. Entire industries thrive on making people feel inadequate, so they'll spend money to look better. And while there's nothing wrong with wanting to look your best, there's a dangerous trap here, believing that your value is determined by the mirror instead of your mind. Think about it. How many brilliant, kind, wise people are ignored because they don't fit society's beauty standard? How many shallow voices get amplified just because they look good in pictures? It's a cruel imbalance, but pretending it doesn't exist won't change it. Here's where your power lies. You can decide what you value. You can choose to see past the surface, in yourself and in others. And more importantly, you can decide to build the kind of beauty that can't be taken away. The way you treat people, the way you think, the way you inspire others through your words and actions. Yes, the world will judge you on your appearance first. That's human nature. But once people truly know you, your ideas, your integrity, your spirit, that's when real connections happen. And if someone can't see past your exterior, let them go. Because the ones who value your heart and mind, they'll see beauty that lasts a lifetime. And here's the thing, these first truths are connected. Whether it's recognizing your mother's rare loyalty, understanding the loneliness of hard times, or seeing through society's shallow standards, they all come down to one skill: knowing who's real and what really matters. When you master that, the noise of the world fades, the betrayals don't break you, and your self-worth stops being something others can control. Truth number 4. People respect the money, not the person. We live in a world where wealth often decides who gets listened to, who gets invited, and who gets treated like they matter. It's not fair, but it's real. You've probably seen it. Someone walks into a room wearing expensive clothes, driving the right car, dropping the right names, and suddenly people hang on their every word. But take away the money, and that so-called respect disappears overnight. This isn't true respect, it's performance respect. The kind people show when they think they can benefit from you. The problem is, too many people chase this illusion, believing that if they make enough money, they'll finally earn the admiration they crave. But admiration that's bought can never be trusted. The truth is, real respect comes from character, from how you treat people who can do nothing for you, from keeping your word when it's inconvenient, from staying grounded when the world is telling you to be arrogant. When you live by principles instead of price tags, the people who respect you will be the ones worth having in your life. Don't get me wrong, money is a tool, and having it can give you freedom, comfort, and opportunities, but it's not your identity. If you let your self-worth be measured by the size of your bank account, then it can be stolen from you as quickly as it was earned. Build wealth if you want, but build your character first, because when the money fades, the real question is, who will still stand beside you? Truth number 5. The person you love the most will hurt you the most. Love is one of the most beautiful forces in life. It inspires us, connects us, and gives us reasons to push through the hardest days. But here's the paradox. The deeper you love, the deeper you can be hurt. The people closest to you know your fears, your dreams, your insecurities. They have the power to lift you higher than anyone else. And whether intentionally or not, they also have the power to wound you in ways strangers never could. When this happens, it's tempting to shut down, to decide it's safer to build walls than to open your heart again. But that's a dangerous path, because love, even with its risks, is still worth it. Every heartbreak you endure teaches you something about yourself, your boundaries, your values, your capacity to forgive. The pain you feel from someone you love doesn't have to be the end of the story. It can be a turning point. You can learn to set healthier boundaries, to communicate more openly, to love without losing yourself in the process. And when you find the right kind of love, one built on respect, trust, and mutual growth, you'll realize it was worth every scar you earned along the way. Remember, getting hurt doesn't mean you were wrong to love. It means you had the courage to take a risk. And courage, no matter the outcome, is always something to be proud of. Truth number 6. Truth is simple, but the moment you try to explain it, it becomes difficult. Some of the most profound truths in life are the simplest. Be kind, work hard, love deeply, tell the truth. At first glance, they're straightforward, but the moment you try to explain them, to justify them, to convince someone who doesn't want to understand, they become tangled in opinions, emotions, and endless debate. Why? Because truth is pure, and people often resist it when it challenges their comfort or ego. We live in an age where everyone wants their version of reality to be accepted, but reality doesn't bend to preference. Truth is truth, whether it's convenient or not. The lesson here is to live by your truths, even when you can't make everyone else see them. You don't need universal approval to stand for what's right. You don't need everyone to understand before you act with integrity. In fact, some of the most meaningful choices you'll ever make will be misunderstood by others. That's okay. When you know something is true, when you've lived it, felt it, seen it, don't dilute it just to make it easier for someone else to accept. Let your actions speak for you. People might not understand right away, but truth has a way of revealing itself over time. And when it does, you'll be glad you stayed firm. At the core, this truth is about clarity. Your life gets simpler when you stop trying to convince everyone to agree with you. You free up energy for what actually matters, living your values, doing the work, and letting your results be your proof. And here's what ties these 3 truths together. They all challenge you to focus on what's real and lasting instead of what's shallow or temporary. Money fades, emotions shift, and people's opinions change. But character, love, and truth, those are foundations you can build your life on. When you have them, you don't need fake respect, you don't fear heartbreak, and you don't waste your life trying to explain yourself to those who will never listen. Truth number 7. When you're happy, you enjoy the music. When you're sad, you understand the lyrics. Music is one of the most powerful languages on earth. It can make you dance, cry, or remember a moment so vividly it feels like you're living it all over again. When you're happy, you don't think too hard about the meaning behind the words. You just move to the rhythm, letting the beat carry you. But when life has knocked you down, when your heart is heavy, those same songs hit differently. Suddenly, the lyrics aren't just words, they're your story. This truth is a reminder that our perspective changes with our emotional state. Joy lets us see the beauty in everything. Pain lets us see the depth in everything. Neither is better or worse, both are necessary. The moments when life is light teach us gratitude, and the moments when life is heavy teach us empathy. Think about the last time you were going through something difficult and a song seemed to speak directly to you. That connection wasn't just about the music, it was about you being open to hearing the message because you were living it. This is how life works in general. Certain lessons only reveal themselves when you're ready to feel them. The key here is to embrace both seasons. Celebrate the times you're dancing without thinking. And when you're in the harder moments, don't fight the sadness, let it teach you. The deeper you feel life's emotions, the more you'll understand its truths. Truth number 8. In life, 2 things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. Life has a way of testing us in 2 extreme ways, by taking everything away and by giving us more than we've ever had. Both are dangerous in their own way. When you have nothing, the danger is despair. It's easy to lose hope, to become bitter, to believe the situation will never change. But this is where patience becomes your greatest weapon. Patience isn't passive, it's active faith. It's the discipline to keep moving, keep working, keep believing, even when there's no immediate reward. The person who can stay calm and consistent in scarcity is the one who develops unshakable strength. On the other side, when you have everything, the danger is arrogance. Comfort can make you forget the struggles that built you. Success can make you look down on the people who are where you once were. This is where attitude matters most. Can you stay humble? Can you still treat people with kindness and respect when you don't need anything from them? Can you remember your roots when you're standing at the top? The truth is, both of these moments, having nothing and having everything, reveal who you truly are. One shows your endurance. The other shows your humility, and mastering both means you're not just surviving life, you're winning at it in the way that really counts. Final thoughts. So there you have it, 8 harsh truths that, once you accept them, will change the way you see the world forever. They're not meant to make you bitter, they're meant to make you wiser. When you understand that loyalty is rare, that friendships can vanish with your fortune, that looks can overshadow wisdom, that respect can be shallow, that love can wound you, that truth is hard to explain, that emotions shift your perspective, and that character is revealed in both scarcity and abundance, you stop living on autopilot. Instead, you start living with intention. You stop expecting life to be fair and start preparing yourself to handle it as it is. You stop chasing approval and start building a self-worth that can't be bought or stolen. Now, I want to ask you something. Which of these truths hit you the hardest? Which one made you stop and think about your own life? Share it in the comments because your story might be the spark someone else needs today. And if you found value in this, don't just keep it to yourself. Share this with a friend, a family member, anyone you care about. Hit the like button so more people can hear this message. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content that pushes you to grow stronger every single day. Life won't always be easy, people won't always be kind, but you have the power to face it all with courage, discipline, and grace. And if you carry these truths with you, you won't just survive, you'll rise. Wishing you the best life possible at every age, in every season, no matter what life throws your way. Stay strong, stay wise, and take care.